What's going on, guys? It's Willie Cuz, and we have the new Masters of the Air official teaser from Apple TV. Don't know how I feel about this being an Apple TV exclusive, because I really have only ever used Apple TV to watch another exclusive, which was Greyhound. Someone's ripping the hog. But it is what it is, so let's get right into this trailer, and hopefully it doesn't look like a disaster. You know, these days, I go into these kinds of things with the expectation of being disappointed. I just brace for disappointment, and if they actually get it right and it comes out good, then I applaud how they have surprised me, and I celebrate the fact that it was good. So let's see how the trailer goes. Just a teaser, I guess, not an official full in-depth trailer, because, you know, there's supposed to be a difference between a teaser and an actual trailer. But alright, let's get it.
Let's rack them up and knock them down.
This is our first real look at it.
When you look at it, you don't pay attention to what's really going on. It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, we know this. Let's see if it holds a torch to them.
We came from every corner of the country with a common purpose.
Go, 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 go!
To bring the war to Hitler's doorstep.
These daylight missions. They're suicide.
And watch the move.
Obviously very CGI heavy, but if done right, that's not a bad thing. And I know that they have some, you know, mix of practical effects, I guess, because the planes themselves, from what I've seen of the behind the scenes on their set, are real, like, reconstructions. They're not CGI. They should be like real set pieces for the most part. And I'm pretty sure they were flying real planes, like P-51 Mustangs that I saw landing and stuff. You know, I'm not completely against CGI. I prefer practical effects, but if you cannot get practical effects for stuff like this, then CGI is, of course, excusable as long as it looks good, you know. There's a huge difference between Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor CGI and, like, Midway 2019 CGI. Some CGI kind of looks like it was done on the cheap, and some looks like, you know, you can barely, you know, if you're squinting, barely tell that it is CGI sometimes.
We lead our boys through it. Getting through this, even if the odds are stacked against us. First time in the sawmill, boys. Let's rack them up and knock them down.
Let's see if it's been pushed back further. I'm pretty sure they said this January. Yep, it's coming January. Alright, you can only really speculate so much from a teaser trailer like that. As far as historical inaccuracies and other stuff go, we won't know till we actually see it, how bad they managed to butcher it. And, especially today, they're going to mess up a lot of things, but that's just how it goes. I mean, you look at a lot of the critiques for Ridley Scott's upcoming Napoleon, and Ridley Scott literally told historians to get a life because they were pointing out how inaccurate certain things from the trailer looked. Not the best attitude, you know, maybe like a realistic excuse, Ridley, like, it's a movie, you know, we can't get everything perfect. Like, I think one of the things he was getting criticized was, like, the battle didn't happen that close to the pyramids. He could have just been like, fair enough, but it's a movie and it looks a lot cooler. Letters of Iwo Jima and Flags of Our Fathers, you know, the ships are depicted being a lot closer to Iwo Jima than they would have realistically been, like the battleships in particular. But that's just how films condense time and space. You know, it creates a better viewing for the audience. So stuff like that is excusable. But instead of giving excuses and logical, practical excuses, Ridley Scott just told them to get a life. And, oh man, what's the saying? More bees with honey? Yeah. It's like I can tell a lot of this is CGI. There's just something about it that it seems off. But actually what was funny is when I was in Iceland, I actually thought that some of the landscapes reminded me of CGI because I could not believe they were actually real. It's just like the way the colors would like bounce off the land. But like this right here, like obviously a lot of this looks CGI. But you know, it's not like terrible.
That's so sad.
I'm sure all that's CGI, obviously. All of this stuff is going to be like a real set piece from what I've seen. Just everything outside of it is not going to be. See, all this right here looks real. This looks like practical effects, the flares and stuff. No, I don't think there's any CGI in the scene. I'll be shocked if there is. I can tell it's all CGI. That is what it is.
Let's rack them up and knock them down.
Not going to cry about it because it doesn't look terrible. You know, because you get to a point where there's only so much you can do with practical effects. How would you do this scene using no CGI? Are you going to actually reconstruct like hundreds of bombers and then actually blow them out of the sky? You can't really recreate that practically. Christopher Nolan found ways in Dunkirk to do stuff where he built large radio-controlled Heinkels, I think, and he had them shot down. But it was like only one. So there's a lot of problems with Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk because the scale is often completely wrong. Hence, all the dudes on the beach. It's nowhere near like the 300,000 or whatever that should have been on that beach. He's just standing out in the open with lit torches. I don't know what the heck they were thinking. That was a smart idea. Now, this scene right here, I have no idea what's actually going on here, but I can only assume this is either going to be a prelude or a flashback to North Africa. Possibly? I mean, they're in a desert, maybe training back in the US. I don't know. You know, it's not like there were any barren deserts in Europe or England, so I'm not sure what's going on here. It's like dreaming or something. So it's going to be a 9-part series. I'm assuming each part is going to be an hour long, as is tradition. Based on Donald Miller's book of the same name. Scripted by John Orloff, who I've had some interactions with the guy on Twitter, and he kind of seems like a bit of a... back when Elon Musk took control of Twitter, he posted a picture of one of the bombers with the words over the picture said, "This machine unalives fascists." And I actually responded to it like, that's kind of a wild comparison to compare Elon Musk to who these soldiers were bombarding in World War II. Like, you know, I hate to be judgmental, but kind of makes me question the historical authenticity of your work. To which he responded, "Then don't watch it." Seems like a Ridley Scott attitude when it comes to that. So, you know, I'm a little skeptical. Definitely going to be keeping my eyes peeled while watching for some serious BS that might be scripted in there. So, you know, we'll come back to it. I'll come back when an actual trailer, more than just this teaser, comes out if they do decide to drop any more. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you expect from this new miniseries.